There definitely is an attack on freedom of speech, even freedom to read. In the United States, Ron DeSantis, running for president, as he just announced, has imposed regulations, laws in Florida, which make it illegal to teach authentic American history. You have to teach a kind of history which glorifies the United States, nothing about what actually happened. This is happening in Republican legislatures around the country. The libraries are being forced to throw out books. There's laws passed to say there are topics you're not allowed to talk about.
Well, he would argue, I mean, DeSantis would argue, I've interviewed him, he would argue that he is focused on things like critical race theory, which he feels is inappropriate for teaching young children. He thinks that gender ideology should not be taught to young children. And it has a lot of support. A lot of Floridians agree with him about this.
Critical race theory. What is critical race theory? Does anybody know? Critical race theory is a slogan invented by the right wing, and the person who invented it, Christopher Rufo, has been very open and frank. He says we just use this as a way to refer to everything we hate. If you want to know what critical race theory actually is, it's a small academic discipline which investigates systematic elements of racism in American education. So they certainly exist. It's never reached the schools. Schools wouldn't even know what it is. This is invented by the right wing, exactly as Rufo stated, to refer to everything we hate and want to destroy, like teaching American history, like teaching gender issues. We hate that, so we'll call it critical race theory.
Who has been for you the best American president of your lifetime, and who's been the worst?
In my lifetime, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
And the worst?
Too much competition, I'm afraid.
I know you're not a massive fan of Donald Trump. How do you feel about him running again?
No. If he runs again, it'll be a disaster for the world for many reasons. For one thing, Trump, as you saw during his first time, is dedicated. Actually, he has two commitments. One commitment is to himself. He's a megalomaniac, psychopath. All that concerns him is me. The other commitment is to serve corporate power and great wealth abjectly. His one legislative achievement was a huge tax gift to the ultra rich and the corporate sector, nothing else. But he is a major climate denialist. He denies that global warming is taking place. He wants to maximize the use of fossil fuels, including the most dangerous of them, and to eliminate regulations which might mitigate the catastrophe. That's a death sentence for the human species.
If we knew this was going to be our last day on Earth, I asked Professor Hawking this, actually. I said, how would you spend it? And he said he would get his family together, he would play Wagner very loudly, and he would drink fine champagne. If you knew it was all about to end, how would you spend your last day?
I would get my family together, but skip the rest.
Finally, Noam Chomsky, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. So fascinating. I could talk to you for hours. What would you like your legacy to be? If you could write your own heading on your own tombstone, here lies Noam Chomsky. What would you like the rest of that sentence to say?
He tried his best.